Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Doskvol's Dead here on Game Nights. I am your host and your game master, Savvy, and we are back. We've returned like the Chilean miners. We have re-emerged from the GM having COVID for what feels like years.
What a pull!
I know.
Well, it's less of a pull if you know that that's what they do in My Brother, and Me for every live show.
Yeah. I just
Do
re-listened
they?
to they came to our city and we'd gone to the show and they just posted it, so I re-listened to it. And so
Oh, that's
they hadn't been
lovely.
touring for 2 years and they said, like the Chilean miners, we have re-emerged. Anyway, this is just turned into the hour of me explaining my jokes. Hi everybody, we're back. We're all feeling well enough to stream and I'm so excited about that because there's illness and heat waves and all kinds of bullshit happening. We're here and we're going to make ourselves feel better by doing what everyone does when they're stressed, and that's pretend to murder other people. Hi. I don't think I have any real announcements yet today. Our schedule for at least the next week should be normal. Our next live stream after this is going to be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons in the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet. That's the other game that I run on this channel. Tuesday is gonna be...
Escape Velocity.
Escape Velocity. I didn't want to say the wrong one. It's gonna be Escape Velocity. That starts without number. David runs that. Alex and LB are there for that. And then the rest of the week should be as normal. But if you're live with us on Twitch, our schedule is down on our drop page below our faces. It's also pinned to our Twitter. It's also pinned to our Discord and our show's channel. So check it out there so you don't have to remember. Just turn on notifications for when we go live. There you go. We have a Discord you can join. We also have a YouTube that you can subscribe to where you can catch up on old episodes of all of our shows, including this one. I have one big announcement, and it's not really an announcement because you can see it on the screen. The art is here. And it's beautiful and lovely. And I have a button on the stream deck that says, "Show off the art!" with a bunch of exclamation points, and I'm gonna press it right now. Everyone can still hear us. Our wonderful friend Z made this art for us, for all of our wonderful characters. Here's Barbara. She's beautiful. This is Bron. Stoic, as always. Jemma. Hot. Logan. Also kind of hot, but more stoic than Jemma. And my personal favorite is Puppet. For me, as a treat. And you can see them on the name cards too. That's our wonderful art. Z made it. Thank you, Z. I don't know if she's in chat or not, but thank you. She's at Necromancy. You can find her in our Discord. You can also find her on Twitter and other places. And you should get her to do things for you. Specifically, drawing.
Did you get her to do things by paying
amazing.
money?
And you
She's-
pay her money for that.
She's not just going to
That
do
was
things
implied,
for you.
but yes, specifically, you do have to pay her money, and we will find you if you don't. We'll hunt you down. You guys ready to play Blaze in the Dark?
Yeah!
Last time on Doskvol's Dead, 3 successful, different levels of success, but I would call them all successful murders. I'm pulling up the crew sheet and it's not coming up. Yeah, 3 successful murders for your new demon friend who you affectionately kind of call Puppet. We're gonna start back up with you guys getting paid for that, but before we get into it, the crew advanced last time, which is very exciting, but we were down a crew member and nobody wanted to make a decision without the whole crew here, So real quick, let's decide what advancement you all want to take. So when your crew advances, you can do one of two things. You can either take a new special ability from the list, including the veteran ability, which lets you pick an ability from another crew list, or you can take 2 upgrades from the crew upgrades that are there. So that's a whole mess of stuff. You can get better at training, you can improve your lair, you can add stuff to it. There are a few crew upgrades at the top as well, like different contacts, extra trauma boxes, that kind of thing. So you now have to decide. You've had weeks, and I'm sure you all have been thinking about nothing else. What do you guys want to do?
Definitely been thinking about it, and what I decided is that I will defer to what everybody else wants.
Well, okay, so a question about that. So
Yeah.
for the training options, we already have insight and prowess. What would personal training
Oh boy.
do? How does that benefit?
You... Shit, where's the thing? You guys always ask the one question that I'm like...
Hello?
Because we're stalling.
Well, because
I
while you
have
are
it
looking
pulled
that up, I will say the other one that jumps out at me is taking the Predator's special ability, because we tend towards stealth or subterfuge for doing murders. And so getting an extra dice on engagement rolls could be good.
Oh, yeah.
But I am leaning towards getting the training for resolve, because, just good to get that out ahead of time so that when we do spend time training, it maximizes our efforts.
Gotta catch them all.
And so you would get one other one. So you can either pick a special ability or you can mark 2 of those upgrades.
Yeah.
I don't know what personal training.
Assume we just get our
Yes.
fitness on.
Well, I'm trying to find it in the book.
Maybe while you're looking, like, what
Is
happens
it maybe
when
like
we-
our personal projects? Like, would we get additional stuff to... I don't know. I'll spitballing.
I'm gonna figure it out. Where's advance?
that once it would take 4 upgrades to fill it out, but this mastery track, what happens when we have that filled out?
Also an excellent question.
Can't believe you don't have the answers to
Mastery,
all these
no,
questions.
mastery I do know. Da 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 training. It's a resolve. Okay. So, personal is playbook XP.
Okay. So we would get extra for that?
Yeah, so in the way that when you train, you get to mark one of your attributes.
Oh, okay.
That personal box is essentially putting training towards like your specific specialty, and you would mark playbook XP for that.
Oh, I didn't even know
Okay.
we could do that. when we-
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess I did not know that was okay. So
I'm cool with banging both those out. Let's get strong, y'all.
Yeah, it's just
the one other thing I might suggest is maybe if we do the hidden upgrade for the layer, because I know there's been a whole lot of energy spent towards like making sure we're not tailed back to the blood vessel and things like that.
But if we didn't have to spend so much time worrying about that, what would we really do? You know?
It's true.
Hey guys, if you click these little arrows next to the training things, it fucking tells you what they're for.
Fuck off.
Shut up! Really?
It does. I never clicked on that. So
What?
for mastery, I did find it in the book, but your crew has access to master level training. You may advance your PC's action ratings to 4 until you lock this upgrade. The action ratings are capped at 3. So
Okay.
yeah, so you're capped at 3 right now. That's how you raise the cap to 4.
Good to know.
So you can mark those.
Oh my god. It
Yeah,
says
look,
all
it
of
fucking
them.
explains it right there on the sheet.
These sheets are dope.
Yeah, these sheets are good. So yes, but it costs 4 upgrade boxes to unlock, so you have to mark all 4 of those boxes before you have access to master level training. So it
Okay, so
essentially
right now,
takes 2 advancements to get the mastery.
so right now we can only have a maximum of 3 in any of our.
Yes,
skills.
your action ratings are capped at 3 right now.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's fine. I hadn't put any above 3, but I had been considering it, so that.
Did know that. Mastery, that does make sense if that's what it is, though. Guys,
Yeah.
we're still kind of learning how to play this game.
At least the sheet gives you everything.
Yeah, that's really handy. I was like, I wonder what this...
If only we clicked all the buttons.
If
to
only
learn
we
these.
clicked the buttons. Well, I didn't realize they were buttons at first. I just kind of thought they were like... I don't know what I thought they were. Anyway. There you go. There's your answer. But yeah, so it would take 2 advancements to unlock that mastery.
I'm leaning more towards going for the other 2 prowess and personal training thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, resolve and personal.
Or that's
I
what
think
meant, resolve
I
and
think we should up those so
Yep.
we can get our train on.
That way everybody benefits from the additional XP with training and
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what you're training. So yeah, just to clarify that, when you spend time training, mark 1 XP on the XP track for an attribute or playbook advancement.
All right.
okay.
Is the thing. If you have the appropriate training upgrade, you get 2 total.
And now if we do it, we can just give ourselves 2 XP toward the playbook. That's instead of 1. Cool. Got it.
Mhm.
Just for the crew, right? We're not talking about our own personal playbooks.
No, that's what this is for.
No, that's
Yeah.
what this is for. Yeah, so the training unlocks. It's like you guys have insight and prowess checked because you took those upgrades. So anytime you train insight or prowess, you're getting 2 XP instead of 1.
But this
Okay,
is
but
also
we can't just give ourselves 2 XP right now, or the
No.
next time we give ourselves.
No,
next
this
time.
is-
Next
yes.
time.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, specifically
During
when you
downtime.
train during downtime.
I was like, am I marking things or am I not marking things?
Am I
don't
putting
know what
stuff
to do.
down or am I not putting stuff down?
No, don't put anything down. Nobody panic. It's
Okay.
Okay, so you guys want to take the next 2 training boxes?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So anything you train, you now get 2 XP instead of 1. You also get stash for this. There it is. Each PC gets stash equal to the crew tier plus 2. So that would be 2.
Oh, we get 3 stash. Oh, 2 stash. Okay.
You guys are still tier 0.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. And so we can choose to take the stash and put it in our personal coin,
Yes.
or this has to be stash.
No, each one of you individually has 2 more stash.
Okay.
You can keep it in your stash, or you can contribute to the crew stash.
I
And
love
this is-
y'all, but I'm gonna get my personal stash to at least that first tier.
Yeah.
So before I start contributing. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not about to share that.
Did we get paid for the last job yet?
Nope.
Not yet. We gotta go see her.
Just checking.
Mm-hmm. I know it's been a couple of weeks, so no, we decided to wait until the whole gang was here, so everybody could decide. So you guys could decide as a
Oh,
group what you wanted to
right.
do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the stash. I don't think you guys can up your tier yet. I think your rep has to be full for you to do that. Have we talked about going up a tier?
I don't think
Not really.
so. Not recently.
Okay, real quick, so you guys know what we're getting into. See page 44. Thank you. That's helpful. I'm trying to pull up the thing. So for your tier, that's tied to specifically to your reputation and your hold on your territory, which you guys have a little bit of turf right now. So you guys obviously you're gaining rep every time you do a score. When you fill up your rep tracker, so when you have 12, you either get your hold is strong right now, so there's 2 ticks right there.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is weak, the second one is strong. So your hold on your turf is strong right now. You can either take your rep to make a weak hold strong, or if it is strong, you can pay coin to increase your tier. So anything that you're adding your tier to would go up. It sort of symbolizes you guys moving up, becoming more powerful. That's how you get like gangs and like cohorts and stuff. It's very expensive to up your tier. It's coin equal to the new tier times 8.
Okay.
So we would probably want to upgrade the vaults and have lots of stuff there. And there's also the patron special ability that makes it cost half the coin it normally would.
Yes.
Probably won't be upgrading our tier for a while.
No. But I will say, just so you guys are aware, come on, load please. The thing that I'm trying to read will not load.
Always fun.
Isn't that fun?
Maybe that upon crew advance, each PC gets stash equal to tier +2. So if
No,
we tier up, we get
it's-
more.
It's that once your rep is full, you have to do essentially you have to do something with it because you don't keep earning rep
Okay.
when your bar is full. So when you complete a new score, you guys earn rep. Obviously you get more rep if it's a higher tier, and then once you get 12, you either up your hold or go up a tier. But when you're at that 12 rep, you're not going to get any more until you do something with it.
Good to know.
12 is there. It is. As long as your rep tracker is full, you don't earn new rep. 12 is the max. Another thing that we haven't talked about since we're talking about crew development is the turf map that you have on there. So right now you guys just have the layer. It's the bunch of squares that's there that say like turf, trophies, training rooms, that kind of thing. You guys can, I'm not going to give those to you. You guys have to decide that you're going to go get them. So that's not true. There are occasions in which I will probably give you one of those things if you...
So wait, what? I missed.
So the boxes?
Yeah.
Where it says layer and you see turf, fixer,
Yeah.
envoy, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Unless I specifically decide to give those to you as like a reward for something, at any point you guys as a crew can decide you want to go after one of those things and you tell me and we'll treat it like a score.
Okay.
So if you want to
It's
expand
like-
your turf, and it recommends that you follow the map in the ones that are connected. You don't have to. It's just that if you go after something that's on the outskirts, it's probably going to be a lot more difficult because you didn't do anything to build up to
Set
it.
up for it.
And going after turf and informants and things like that, you're probably going to have to at some point take those from other groups because turf don't grow on trees. But yeah, so
Grows
if
on
you
the
want to go
ground.
after any of those, you just tell me, we treat it as a score. That's same as all your other jobs.
Cool.
And how does that relate to like on the rep bar? Like the right side of it is turf, and we are, right at the threshold of going into the turf ticks.
That is... Let me pull it up. So another way to contribute to crew's development is acquiring turf. When you seize and hold territory, you establish a more stable basis for your rep. So let me find the thing. That's how it works. So turf is marked on your rep tracker. So rep coming from this side, turf coming from this side. Each piece of turf you hold, essentially it reduces the cost of developing. So if you have 2 turf, you only need 10 rep to be able to like go up a tier instead of the full 12.
Okay.
It essentially, what it's doing is essentially like lowering the bar so you meet your max sooner.
Gotcha.
You can hold 6 turf, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you had extra turf, so for example, like if you had 3 turf from the right side, you would fill in those 3 marks, and then you would only need the 9 in rep to develop, and then when you cleared those out, you would keep that 3 turf and just clear out the 9.
Okay.
It's changing the cap, essentially. I'm so glad everyone tuned in for Rules Talk with me. Hi, everybody. Sometimes you have to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Any other questions?
think so.
Nope.
Alrighty. Rules we're learning how to use. Woohoo! Okay. So, we will then pick back up. Everybody marked their stash. Yes.
Yes.
Put advancement away. Pull out downtime. Because we're about to get to that. We're just gonna pick back up after the completion of the 3 murders. The 3 successful murders of last time. So you've done a little bit of celebrating, come back to the lair, to the boat, so the 4 of you can decide.
Barbara came back a little later after
Yes, you had your
rain check.
your meeting with Lavira to start figuring out your ghost problem that I am not sure if the rest of the crew knows about.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I think so.
Excellent. Yeah, so we'll pick back up. You guys can decide what to do, and then go meet with the demon. Logan, your friends come back having successfully murdered 3 people.
I'm just saying you didn't really have to put the coin like directly in. I feel like that might have been over, but you know what? It made a point. So cheers.
Look, if you don't want to watch what I'm doing next time, I could give you like a warning or a hand signal. But I'm just going to get it done as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
I'm just saying if I'm looking at you differently for the next couple of weeks, that's gonna be why.
All right.
So it
I
all
don't know
went
if I can
well?
change that. I don't know what you want me to do here.
So yeah, went real well. 3
without a hitch. That did not work out. No. 3 deaths, no problem.
Okay then.
So I guess we need to get
Right?
paid, right?
Right.
What's the plan there?
Just go and talk to her. Right?
Did she say she'd
Yeah.
meet us back on the docks? Did we?
Mhm.
Okay.
I was more so implying as to the terms of our employment and
All
what
right.
everybody
Well,
was feeling about that.
I mean, I personally take the money. Not a mystery box kind of gal.
So I seem to recall there was some very strenuous opposition to the taking of a deal and to just accept more coin.
Not going. Damien's not fucking with my life. No. I won't do it.
That is fair.
All right. We got 2 against. Logan, what's your thoughts on it?
I do not know if we could split the payment as such, but more coin would not go amiss. But because I'm trying to remember, because it was like a month ago or something. The deal is essentially like things will be cheaper going forward.
Right. Or 10 coin per person.
Yeah, it's a little vague.
Mhm.
Yeah, she had discussed either things being cheaper or more money sort of finding its way to you. So,
Yeah.
but 10 coin is quite a bit. So,
Yeah.
Per person.
That's a lot of money to walk away from for what Jemma
Demon
said.
fuckery.
Mystery
Yeah.
box.
Right.
don't take the mystery box, there might just be poison in it.
Hey,
Might be
you
a
won,
boat.
okay? You
If
won.
if you take the mystery box, you might just lose all your stats to drinking poison.
Yes, I mean, I will not deny that there is a certain allure to these other options, but it's also hard to say no to cold hard cash. So I can live with just taking the coin. Certainly a lot that we can put it towards.
Believe me. Anything associated with those fiends, it comes with its own price. It's not worth it.
Right, but it's better to cut ties than stay connected in some way. Well, it sounds like we're all in agreement then.
I honestly don't care either way, so sure.
Right,
Go with what everybody else wants to do.
perfect. All right. Well,
Is Bron chill or is Bron bored? It's hard to tell sometimes.
Both.
Part of their mystique.
It's the come down after the murders. It's like,
He's just ready to go sleep.
yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Before we skip forward to the middle of the night again.
I don't think so. Not right now.
Okay. Then we'll skip forward to the middle of the night. The moon high in the sky. Let's see. Yeah. You make your way down to the northmost dock, and you wait. After, not too long, half an hour or so, you see, much like you did last time, some shadows start to pool along the wood surface of the dock. The moonlight sort of disappearing off of it for a moment, and appearing in that place is your favorite demon with her two faces and spectral arms.
hello.
Hello again.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but we did do the job. Good to see you, Puppet.
I did. It's wonderful to see you. You've done such good work.
Thank you for recognizing that.
Yes. So, have you decided how you will take your payment?
Yeah, we're all thinking that maybe we'll just take the coin.
Oh. I see. Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
Why? If I may ask.
Well, you strike me as the practical type. Just kind of looks at Bron for a long moment.
Well, what can we say?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I feel like the implication is that there's something wrong with that.
Oh no, it's just much less fun.
So you're saying I'm not fun?
I
All
would
right,
never
well,
say
hold on.
something like that.
I'm just saying I'm coming here in good faith, and now I'm being insulted for my choices.
Well, okay. Well, I can handle this. All right.
I'm
we'll just
sorry
take the
if I
coin.
upset you.
It's fine. We'll just take our coin and be on our way.
Right. And she holds out the 2 spectral arms below her folded ones, and sort of appearing between them is a dark, almost black, like leather pouch. She kind of holds them out to you in 2 hands.
I will take them. Can I tell that this is enough coin?
Yeah, you can open it if you
Yeah.
like. It looks right.
Will. And this isn't gonna like
Usually people
disappear.
usually count it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by all means.
Holy coin.
It's all there.
All right.
Well,
Well, it's been lovely.
it has. I do hope I can see you again.
I'm sure you will.
Hmm.
I mean, coin like this, yeah, sure. Let us know if you got more jobs.
I'll tell you what. And she holds out the spectral arms again, kind of presses the hands together, and then opens it. And in her hand, you see another one of what looks like the tokens that she'd given you before with the eye on them, but bigger, probably a couple inches across, and holds it out to you. Here, take this.
Take it.
If you need to call upon me,
Do what? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't feel like there was more to that sentence, and then you just stopped.
Yes, instruction
talk
manuals
into
are often
it?
very
apologies, you looked as though you were about to say something, and I didn't want to interrupt as you're the heroes of the story.
I'm sorry, we're not the heroes. I think you have us confused with someone else. We're not the heroes.
If you need to call upon me, simply use that token.
How do we make use of it?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, different people call upon me in different ways.
Eat it. Got it.
Right.
I don't recommend that. It is reusable, but given how the 4 of you like to do business, bring it out into the moonlight.
Right. Very clear instructions. Appreciate that.
Now, what are the odds that, because this symbol looks similar to the ones we put on the folks that we just like earlier, what are the odds that somebody's going to try to murder us because we have this coin now? This isn't just like a clean up your mess sort of situation, right?
I have no mess to clean up.
All right. Well, I'm
Bron, have I
satisfied.
upset you in some way?
Have you what now?
Upset you in some way?
Nah.
Well, I do hope you're telling the truth. Is there anything else I can do for you this evening?
I don't think so.
Well, it was lovely to see you all again. I do hope to do business with you in the future.
We will see how it goes.
Good night. Sweet dreams. She steps back and sort of disappears in the shadows.
See you later, Spooky.
Jemma,
What?
give it to me.
What? Why?
The token, give it to me.
What? Oh, all right. she was holding the money. Like, why?
Give me the money.
Your
I'm
priorities
going.
are-
I'm getting out of here.
Oh, just a weird demon token? Fine.
Fine, you can take
Yeah,
that as
you
long as you don't
take
take
that
the money.
Yeah, no. Priorities.
Just gonna take like a kerchief out, wrap it up, like try not to touch it, tie it up real tight.
Shall I wash my hands?
I
think
mean,
it helps.
generally, yes. But
Logan, you go like a lead box or something.
I can certainly whip something up, yes.
Hand it to him.
Right. Well, I'm going to go to bed unless anyone else has anything we should be doing tonight.
Split up that money.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not letting you leave here with all.
Well, I'm not going to... We live together. It's not like I'm going to, like, rot away with it.
There is like a 65% chance that is exactly what you would do.
I would not put the odds so high, but it is non-zero.
That's enough money for you to live the rest of your life on scot-free, so.
You obviously don't know me very well.
Yeah, I suppose that is fair. Out of all of us, Jemma is the one most likely to burn through it and need more.
And that should inspire more confidence in me to let her hold on to it.
Look. We're all walking back together. It's not like I'm going to run
I don't want
away.
you taking a single step with that money in your hands. You
I
get
mean,
my
to be
order.
fair, like legit real talk, like I only need 29 more to be set up for life. So yeah, she could absolutely run off with this shit.
Yeah, she runs off with that, she retires, and the rest of us are screwed.
It's all right. Fine. I will take my 10 coins out, and you can have the rest of it. All right.
Thank you.
3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right?
And now I take my 10 and count them all out to make sure they're all there.
Bricks does the same.
I'm glad that we're doing business out in the middle of the docks. Now,
Wow,
can we
I
go
see
home, please?
one of you is committed to role playing.
Oh, sorry. One.
I was only doing that so they could see me physically
Nine.
doing it and
I'm
not
joking,
think
I'm
that
joking,
I'm
I'm
tipping
joking.
them.
I'm joking.
Because this is the part where we all pull guns on each other. Because any of us
Yes.
could retire on this money right now.
Am I the only one that has a gun right now? I mean, you're
No.
sniper rifle. Can't do shit.
No, you
right
are
now.
not the only one with a gun. I've got
No.
like 4 on me at all times.
On you.
I have a garrote, a pistol, and throwing knives. So
And a ghost dog.
Fair. All right. Y'all have your money. Calm down.
I'm role playing.
Everybody, role play. Everybody counts out their 10 coin. You all have it. It's all very real and probably more money than any of you have ever seen in your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Holy shit. Well, I just filled my first bracket for my stash.
And
God
don't
Yep.
forget that taking coin out of your stash costs extra
Costs
when
too.
you're putting coin
Yep.
in there. So I do highly recommend squirreling some of it away.
Halfway
'cause
to
I-
the second one and full on coin.
Nice,
Yeah, I
nice,
filled
nice.
up my coin and then put the rest in the second.
Oh yeah, same.
She's a demon. She doesn't know how much people money.
Well, we did murder 3 people for
What
her.
could it
so-
cost? $10.
$10.
10
Actually,
coin?
That's why I told her 10 per person.
3 murders cost exactly
laugh.
$10 each.
Per person.
Let's do rep. Did we do this last time? We didn't do this last time.
We did not do rep last time, no.
We did not do payout. Okay. 2 rep per score by default. So you guys get 2. And then if the target is a higher tier, if it's a lower tier, I don't think they can be lower than you.
Did we not do rep last time? Is that not how we improved last time?
That's XP. That's different.
That was XP. Yeah, we didn't do the rep part.
Okay, we
Rep is like with heat and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think we did that last time.
Mm-mm.
And if we did, it's fine. But no, I think we just did.
No, you're right.
We just did advancement. What
Yeah.
should we do at the end of the session? Okay, so 2 rep, and then don't you guys have a thing that gives you extra? When you keep an operation quiet or make it look like an accident, you get half the rep value of the target rounded up instead of 0.
We did keep this pretty quiet, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was the tattooist that you shot in the middle of the street
That
and
one
lots of
not
people
so much.
saw.
Okay, well, 2 out of the 3 were quiet, so how does that check out? We rounding up?
Well, it is of the target, and you had 3. So the tattooist, I'm gonna say no, not quiet. The other 2 though.
First one,
I mean, the first one
100%.
extremely killed a woman in her bed, and then that homeboy did not make it out of the alleyway. So that would be half their rep value. So 1 apiece
So 4 total.
for each of them. So 4 total.
Nice.
Well, and then wouldn't we get the full value for the one that's not quiet? Well, because
so
you
here's
said two
how.
two as a base, 1 each for the no traces
So the 2
calculation.
is for the initial 2 is for that target. Normally, if you keep a job extremely quiet, you don't get rep for it because no one knows you
Gotcha.
did it. So you're getting those other
Okay.
2 for those
Gotcha.
instead of not getting anything.
Is anyone adding those yet, or should I do it since I have it pulled up?
Go
Yeah, you
for it.
can. Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3. We're so close, y'all.
Yeah, we're doing
Probably need to-
amazing.
Probably need to make our next thing getting some turf. Especially
Not a
because
bad
we
idea.
did just get a whole bunch of coins, so it's not like we're hurting for money.
So you got your coin. So let's do heat. Alright, so we're gonna have to kind of average these a little bit. They go smooth and quiet, contained, loud and chaotic, wild. That's low, standard, high, or devastating exposure. So I think 2 of them were quiet, and 1 of them was loud.
That's fair.
So 2 of them would have been 0 heat. I don't feel like giving you 4 heat for that one shot. Seems like a lot.
Yeah, I mean that one could have been contained
Yeah,
because it didn't like cause a huge panic or anything.
that's true. And then the other 2 are quiet. 1 heat. 1 heat it is.
Okay.
+1
Nice.
for high profile or well connected. No. If the situation happened on hostile turf. No.
Not hostile, no.
If you're at war with another faction, no. And then you guys have the thing where you don't add
crow.
heat if killing is involved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're a thief month.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's the Crow's Veil. Duh. So 2 killing was involved. I like that it stipulates whether the crew did the killing or not. It does. If it says bodies draw attention. If there are bodies, you're gonna take the heat for them. So mark heat levels. Okay. So that's that. Overall, a pretty low exposure
Yeah, we're only at 4.
job,
Not bad,
which is
y'all.
good. And getting that extra rep for those is very nice.
Yeah,
Entanglements.
one away, y'all.
Last time you got a demon.
Last time we
What
did
will we
get
get?
a demon.
This time. All right. How much heat do you guys have?
4.
4 at the moment.
Okay, 4, 5. Somebody. Oops. Lost the book. What's your wanted level?
0.
0 still.
Mhm.
So we're gonna roll 2 dice and give me whatever the lowest result is. One of you.
I can do this because I wasn't there last time.
There you go.
Oh, that's a 3 for the lowest.
Okay, so you're gonna get.
I'm assuming they were D6s.
Yes.
Yeah, they were D6s.
Yes. Now please roll me 2 D20s, and so you're gonna get either gang trouble or questioning. So gang trouble is one of your gangs or other cohorts causes trouble,
Or one of us is questioning our sexuality.
or one of you is questioning. You can lose face and forfeit rep, and make an example of one of the gang members, or face reprisals from the wronged party. Or the Bluecoats grab an NPC member of your crew or one of your contacts to question them about your crimes.
We need to do something to get NPC crew members soon, because we keep having all these things that, involve them, and yet we don't really have anyone on the crew.
Yeah, it's really just you guys. We gotta get you a cohort, which means gotta up your tier.
Excuse me, a family?
What?
A family is what we're gonna. We're
Family. Yeah.
Okay, Dom.
When you
We're
up your
family here at Bone Voyage.
tier, your crew gets bigger. You can get a cohort and such. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But be ready. You write them down. Okay.
Does Cross get picked up? And he's
Yeah.
pissed.
Alright, so that's Tangment. So let's do downtime. Downtime activities. So everybody gets 2, plus any like role-playing or scenes or anything that you want to do, or you can spend a coin or a rep to do an extra activity.
I can start because I want to start a new project.
Okay.
This is pulling from one of the sample special formulas in the book. This one specifically is on page 227.
Okay.
Because I would like to try and make Heart Calm, which is I think I'm reading this right, a tier 4 one-use alchemical. Slows the heartbeat over several days, resulting in death, but it does have the unreliable tag.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Yes, so that is it's the tier level and then the number of uses if they're consumable. Oh boy. Okay. So to roll, because you gotta roll to make higher tier stuff. Let me pull up the thing. Quality level equal to, where's the thing? Go up. Okay. Okay, there's the thing. Okay. So crafting rolls. You can roll, obviously, you'll roll Tinker. Unless there's something else you'd like to roll.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is my assumption was I need to do a project clock for this first to come up with this formula.
Yeah, we can do it that way. That would probably
Yeah,
influence
'cause-
being able to actually make
Yeah,
it later
because
on.
this is not one of the ones that is like already listed
Okay.
in the normal alchemicals.
Let's
Um,
do. I wish anything would load. Let's do that. Yeah, so that'll affect you being able to actually make it down the line.
Yeah,
Which will
'cause-
make it a little bit easier because the crafting rolls are not easy for high
Yep.
tier stuff.
And especially, want to make this so that it can be concocted with our Crow's Veil stuff as well, so that,
Yes.
can poison someone and then days later they are still undetected by the crows
Yeah.
once they finally die.
Okay. So let's start a clock. And we'll do some kind of roll to get it started and start advancing it.
How many ticks on this clock?
Ooh, let's That's a good question. How many do you have on the other one?
So for the poison plant purification, I currently have 2 clocks, which are both 8 ticks.
Yeah, this one I don't think needs that many. To come up with the formula, let's just call it 4.
Okay.
And then once you finish that, it'll ease your rolls to be able to make it.
Okay.
Since you wrote the formula.
All right. So now is it just I get to add 2 ticks to clocks as a downtime activity, or?
No, you do have to roll.
Okay.
So for a long-term project, you just describe what you're doing to advance the clock, decide which action that is, you roll it, and based on how you roll, that's how many segments you get to fill in on the clock.
Yeah, so I do think this is going to be a lot of yeah, I mean, it's the preliminary research phase, figuring like, okay, what can be, what materials do I need to put this together? There's probably a whole lot of, I think there's a period where you all will see Logan leaving out various like cages and rat traps and stuff, and trying to get test subjects. And so I think it's like a mix of coming up with the potential formulas and gathering, rats to try it out on.
Okay. Let's see. So what do you want to call this?
I mean, there is study to just do research.
Well, yeah, we'll start there.
Okay. I assume this is controlled.
Yeah, these don't really affect this because it's just telling you how many segments you get to fill in. There's not like a fail state.
Okay, then I'll just leave effect as standard. No bonus die here. Oh, that's only a 3.
Okay, so segments according to result. 1 to 3 is 1. So 1 tick on the clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We can go to someone else while I think about my second activity.
Okie doke. So while Logan is spending some time figuring out this formula, who wants to go next?
I would like to work on acquiring us access to a hagfish farm.
Okay. Do you want to tell the folks at home what good a hagfish farm is for you?
A hagfish farm is useful for disposing of bodies. It's essentially the Doskvol version of a pig farm, and it helps to reduce heat.
It is exactly like how in Dishonored, if you throw someone into the water, they will immediately get stripped down to the bone of their flesh by the fish that live there. Hagfish eat people.
I thought we were doing a no chaos run of this.
Ghost run, never seen.
That's why I've been
no
save
bodies
slumming. We're gonna go back to the
no
first
murders.
mission now.
One day I'm gonna run a version of this game exactly like a video game where you can save scum and there are like save files and stuff and you can reload. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. And that is one of the things on the map that you guys can get access to. So essentially, it is it's a farm of contained hagfish, which are horrible fish who like to eat flesh and marrow. But it is for body disposal, and then you get to essentially
roll a d6.
Yeah, you roll a d6 to reduce your heat after you do a killing. so you continue to get less and less heat. Oh boy.
So it said that you could work on acquiring an asset in that way as essentially like a long-term project.
Yes, yeah. So I would call that, because you can't just, because there is acquire an asset in downtime. You're not just going to be able to go talk to somebody and have them like come out and set up a hagfish farm tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's going to take some finagling. But yes, we can call that a barber project.
Where do I get access to anything but my healing clock on my character sheet?
So on the... Ooh, that's not the right...
Should be down towards the bottom above the section that is just notes and like the lines.
Mhm.
You should be
Okay.
able to press
Oh,
it.
So it
clocks.
says clocks, and then you hit a plus right there, and then it
Cool.
should let you add a clock. This one's gonna be...
Hagfish Farm Acquisition.
Hagfish Farm Acquisition. How many segments for Hagfish Farm?
I mean, this feels harder, so like, but not completely unreasonable, like 8 or 10?
I'll call this 8, I think,
Okay.
based on its placement. Okay.
Cool.
So, what is the first step Barbara takes to try to acquire a hagfish farm? I'm so glad you picked this one. It's literally my favorite one on the map. It's just a bunch of nasty fish who want to eat bodies.
Yep.
I love them.
I would say, let's see. Who? Okay. So we have like a helpful setup right now with the dockers, right?
Yes.
So maybe we can like talk to a contact at the dockers that might, know a guy that has this sort of operation kind of already set up.
Makes sense. Okay. So what would you like to roll?
Can I roll with... Oh, that's the crew sheet. I should have my character sheet. That would be helpful. Ugh, I only have one in command. Which is commanding obedience with the force of my personality. I guess just straight up going to the dockers, and I love this about her, and like she thinks she's being nice and like going and asking for something, but instead she just like shows up and is like, "You're gonna tell me this information." And in her mind, she just said something like really. Has anyone seen Comey Can't Communicate at all? The really gigantic dude that comes back after a year off and he scares the shit out of everybody, but inside he's just full of anxiety and doesn't recognize how he's coming off in real life. Yeah, that's Barbara.
I love that. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Can I push myself in this too? Because I only have the one. Can I take 2 stress?
Yeah.
Okay, which gives me a bonus die, right?
Yes, 1 bonus die.
Is this controlled?
Doesn't matter, there's no fail state.
Okay, cool. And 1 bonus die. That is a 6 and a 5.
Okay.
Damn, Barbara.
Bowsers. So a 6 is 3 segments on the clock.
Woo!
Maybe I should have made it 10 instead. No. We don't punish people for rolling well.
Shit.
Yeah, so he's almost immediately able to. There's one guy at the docks that I think just really is sort of picking up what you're putting down, and is able to put you in contact with someone that he knows that has an inn for this kind of thing, and that person is named
Sven.
Sven.
Turns out they just can't sell these hagfish farms fast enough. Like,
He's actually from this weird island where some weird murders are happening, and he keeps telling this story about a mermaid, and he always kind of smells like herring.
That's so weird.
That guy was also Sven.
Oh god, he was also Sven.
We had a Sven in Thursday's Children on the weird herring island.
You know, we're playing a lot of like really kind of creepy dark gothic games that are like vaguely Nordic. Like, I don't know. I would just keep coming up with Svens.
So he puts you in contact with Sven the Fishman. And you'd start to get to work on how to set up access to a hagfish farm. And you've made quite a bit of progress today. That's awesome. Okay.
And she thinks she's made a new friend, but actually a dude is just scared shitless of her.
I think Sven is like, oh, hagfish? Oh, we're gonna be friends.
Yes.
I feel like you gotta be a certain kind of person to raise hagfish.
Yeah.
Who else wants to go?
hagfish, that's what I call my wife.
But
The old ball and chain. You know, boys. You know what I'm talking about. This is how Sven talks now. Hello.
I love that for Sven. I love that for Sven.
I'm 5 feet tall and I look kind of like a goblin. Who else?
I've got a couple.
Okay.
I've got, because we can do 2 actions, we can pay a coin to do a third, right?
Yes, you can pay a coin or a rep, I think.
Since we're doing like acquiring assets and stuff right now,
But you can pay coin. You can do as many activities as you want as long as you have the coin or rep to pay for them. You're just limited to 2, and then you could pay like 6 coin to do a bunch of other shit. But
perfect. Well, I have a couple that I want to do.
Okay.
I'll just do my first one.
Yep.
So the first one that Bron's going to get up to is going to be acquiring an asset,
okay,
because we had that run-in with...
that's what I call my wife. I'm gonna say that every time you guys say anything, though.
Great. We had that run-in with Harper,
Yes.
the former Blue
The
Coat.
Grey Cloak?
Yes, Grey Cloak, former Blue Cloak. That's, my notes were confusing there. Bron is going to look into that as sort of an RP thing, but that has sort of triggered a thought about maybe getting us some additional muscle.
Okay.
And so I think Bron is going to look into getting a cohort.
Oh. That is one of the assets you can acquire. Look at that.
Yeah. Specifically going to like some local bars near like the blue coat like stations are,
Okay.
looking for people that might be like disgruntled or like recently discharged, or people that would be picked up by the Grey Cloaks, trying to slide in on that and maybe give them a different option to work for us.
Okay. You guys are gonna make me pull up the name generator, huh?
Yes.
All right, I got it. Here we go. I always go for this one. I just hit British English name generator. There's some fun names in there. Okay. So, for an asset,
His name is Reginald Feld Johnson.
his name is Reginald Bell Johnson. And
Reggie!
he's here again. Okay, so to acquire an asset, you roll your tier.
Okay.
Which for you guys is nothing. So when you have nothing, you roll 2, but you take the lowest.
Okay.
You can spend coin to improve your result if you would like, depending on
Okay.
what you get.
All right. Yeah, I'll go with that. So I'm just gonna roll 2 dice right now and see what the lowest is.
Oh my god. I pulled
Yes,
up
and then
Viking
based on
name.
your roll is the quality of the asset you get. So like essentially what you roll is going to give this asset its own tier.
Is there a button on here I can push, or should I just roll 2d6?
There's gotta be, right?
What does fortune do?
I don't know what fortune does.
A fortune. I think fortune just lets.
I'll just roll 2d6.
Well, because a fortune roll is just like a roll for luck.
Oh yeah, fortune roll. You just input how many dice you want to roll.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay, so I'll do that.
There you go.
Fortune.
Because that's
number-
essentially what this is a fortune roll. Is good luck.
I rolled double 6.
You are fucking kidding me.
This is the best asset ever.
You. What in
That's
the
a critical,
fuck?
right?
That's a critical.
Oh my god,
Okay,
I have so
so-
many
You
friends.
guys, your gang
Oh.
is gonna be better than you.
Yeah.
It turns out Bron bluffs their way, and it ends up like these people actually. I'm gonna go work for these
People are
Now,
super. You're about to hire
was gonna
someone
say, make-
extremely competent.
We could just use them to do all the kills, and
Do
we'll just
all
sit
the
at home.
Yeah.
This is great.
Oh,
Delegation,
no,
y'all.
We're turning it into a sim. Okay, so a critical is your tier +2. So they would be tier 2. You can spend coin to raise this result beyond a critical
So I could make
for
them.
2 coin per tier level added. So at base, they're tier 2. You can spend 2 coin
To make
to
them a
go up to, I think the highest tier is 5. I think. Don't
But
quote
getting
me.
the asset, this is not permanently. So this is just like for a job, and then we could work to get them permanently, though. Then that could be a long-term project.
I gotta look up cohort again.
Wait, this is just Win making friends again.
Apparently, it's the one thing that I'm good in fiction. I'm very good at making friends.
Okay, so depending on how permanent this turns out to be, it might be worth it to dump the coins in, and then it's just like, you know,
You just meet somebody at the bar, and they're just like, you know what, Bron? I like the cut of your jib. Let's hang out more.
Yeah, I
And
somehow
back incredibly
rolled like an S tier companion, and now I have to do everything I can to like keep them around.
This is
Yes.
so good. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, so the cohort that's the good question, is that so this is temporary for right now, and
Well,
because it didn't
So, like-
say in the book that it was temporary.
Well, so-
Yes,
In the-
acquire asset. Temporary use constitutes one significant period of usage.
Okay.
An asset may also be required for standby use in the future.
Okay.
And then in long-term projects,
You're
it
right.
says that you could, so you could use a long-term project to like work on getting them permanently.
Yes, they're also an upgrade you can get. You can spend 2 upgrades, like when the crew advances, to gain a cohort. So I would say you could also make one permanent. So yes, this would be, one significant period of usage that makes sense. Typically, the duration of a score. So you could, I would say, you're gonna acquire them. You could then do something to make them permanent, either hiring them later on when you get crew upgrades or making that a long-term project.
Okay. I'm gonna drop 2 coins to make them tier 3.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh, is it
I-
2 coins per tier?
Yes,
coins
it's
per tier.
two coin per tier level added.
Okay.
So let me pull up the cohort thing. This is.
Are
just
you
gonna
wanting
be-
all of us to contribute 2 coin and make this person like a fucking tier 5?
Frickin'
Again,
lose it.
I was thinking a gang. This was not a single person. This is a group.
Yeah,
of people.
cohort is like a small
It's either
group.
you can either get an expert or a gang, and I think we need numbers.
We need
rather than-
numbers.
Yeah.
Tier 5 gang? Tier 5 gang?
I'm gonna freaking lose it.
LB
Tier
does
4
not
gang?
seem a fan of contributing coin for this endeavor.
Tier 4 gang.
So, just so you guys are aware,
Uh-huh.
because I'm gonna say this is the first time we've done this, so I'm not. You guys can do whatever you want. For a gang, the tier is the quality and also the scale. So the tier is how good they are at what they do, and also how many of them there are. There is a chart for this. You guys are tier 0. You do not have a lot of holdings. And holding on to a larger gang is going to be extremely
hard.
difficult.
So what if?
So if you're looking
How
at,
many
so
is
tier 2 is a medium gang. That's about 12 people.
Okay.
And they're also at tier 2 quality. So they're better.
But
But
what's
so
your
yeah,
fr-
it's the quality level of stuff, and then it's the quality and the scale of the groups that you employ. So they do get better quality. If you go up to tier 5, that's like 80 people.
What about tier 3? What tier 3 do?
Tier 3 is large, that's around 20.
Okay. Well, so the way I'm kind of understanding it is we need a habitat large enough to house our.
You haven't expanded the zoo
Yeah,
enough to
so-
be able to build a house.
So
So-
maybe
Maybe keeping them at tier 2 might be better.
Yeah.
We're still tier 0. We're a ways off from being able to get to tier, and we can have them on standby for a future job if we need to use them. But once
Yeah.
we use them for a job, we're not going to be able to keep them around unless we.
So the fact that
Okay.
your hold on your turf is strong is helpful. You just don't have you basically have your lair right now, and the very nearby surrounding area. Like you don't even hold like all of the docks or anything like that. Like, the
Alright,
dockers
keep your
hold that. It's your
coin.
lair.
I'll keep my
Tier
coin. We'll keep it at
2.
tier 2. I rolled
Just because
really
we've never
well, so I'll
done this
take
before, I want to
Yeah.
be clear that like you're gonna have the monkeys running the circus
Yep.
very quickly.
that. Okay, let's
If
let's
that's what
go.
you want, fucking go nuts. It's your money.
We'll stick with tier 2. 12 people is way more than I had expected getting out of this.
So 12, that's a medium gang. And they're pretty decent at what they do.
Okay.
Okay.
And so keep it. You want to do standby situations so we can use them when we need them.
That's what I was thinking, having, because I don't know what our next job's going to be. We could use them for the. I mean, essentially,
You don't have to decide that right
we'll
now.
decide that when we need to. We have that asset now that we can use them for a job in the future.
All right, let's roll up a gang leader. Give
Okay,
me
I
a good
want to
name.
say I pulled up Viking name generator, and the
That's
first
gotta be good.
fucking name that showed up was Balky Rolfson.
That's good.
So,
But there's an H in front of Rolfson, but the H is silent.
Rolfson.
Rolfson, like
Rolf.
Rolf. Yeah, Rolf from the Muppets. Rolfson
Rolfson.
Isn't Balky the name of that?
from Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's a sitcom
It's
where
a sitcom.
guy's cousin comes to live with him in New York
Yes,
City.
from
Yeah,
some
and-
horrifically xenophobic foreign country.
A terribly stereotyped foreign country.
Yeah.
where he's got to learn to live the American way, and his name's Balky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Balky's good.
Okay. With Balky as the name.
Write this down. Got Sven the Fishman. I'm gonna have to give him like a big Russian accent.
Here, and I will paste Balky's full name in here for you.
Okay, so I think what happens
Successful.
is I love it when you guys just like really aggressively succeed on something that I didn't expect. So Bron, you head down to and we don't have to roleplay all of this out if you don't want to, but you head down to where's this thing? You head down to one of these bars that is sort of near-ish to one of the blue coat outposts, and you are asking some questions, trying not to show your hand too much, I assume, but, drinking a little bit, trying to get a feel for the people that are here, and you meet this person, Bulky, who, what do they look like? What's their deal?
I think they are. God, I'm trying to decide to go with the extremes, but these are assassins. We want people to help us with assassin stuff. I think he's kind of a pretty boy, like a Bradley Cooper type.
Like a Bradley Cooper type. Okay.
Yeah.
And he is very immediately interested in what you have to say. You get the impression that he was a blue coat for a while. He was injured in the line of duty. I think he tells you he's missing his right leg from the knee down has been replaced with sort of like a very crude prosthetic. And essentially, as soon as he got injured, they discharged him, wouldn't even let him do any sort of work, and he is not pleased, and is talking to you a little bit about it. Does not hide his disgruntled nature with sort of the way that the Bluecoats do things and sort of the way they treat folks. And he tells you he has a couple of friends that might be interested in what you have to say. So he says he'll meet you back at the bar tomorrow for a round of drinks. You can meet his buddies. And he brings 11 other people.
Which I think Bron keeps his poker face. The best possible was not expecting this many people, and it's just like still. I think Bron's approach to this is like knowing that they're blue coats, coming from that more like regimented or military, so like they're used to having a command structure, and that's what Bron is kind of puts himself off as being sort of commanding, in charge, like he has his shit together, like they have a tight outfit back at the blood vessel, and so that they may gravitate towards having that structure.
Okay. Yeah, and they obviously go for it.
Okay.
Do you guys were keeping track of your relationships with other crews, yes?
Yes.
Do you have one with the Bluecoats?
Nope.
Not yet.
Boy, you do now.
It's that we're best friends.
Oh no, it's a negative. It's the negative one.
No, we're best friends.
But the Bluecoat says interfering.
Did you not see my double sixes though?
Yeah, you got 12 of them.
We're good buddies. Yeah, that's fair.
These are not Bluecoats anymore, mon frere.
I just recruited like half the cops.
Half the cops in the city.
Oh, someone already did it. Cool.
Yes.
Alrighty, consequences.
The consequences of my actions.
Alright, go ahead and pop. Mark, I think there's a place for a cohort.
Yeah, I do not
the
understand
sheet.
how that section of the sheet works. It's
I don't
in the upper
either.
right
If you
corner.
guys want to just write it somewhere, it's fine. I don't know how it works.
It's gonna be Bulky's boys.
Balky's
Bulky.
boys.
Bulky's boys.
Incredible. Okay, so Balky's boys. There's 12 of them. They're tier 2. They're fucking ready to go. You
Yeah, and it's
met
gotta
with
seem
them
like-
once and said ACAB, and they were like, "You're fucking right, bro."
I was looking because this kind of looks like the same sheet as with the pet stuff. So I was looking to see if there
Oh,
might be
does it?
that says, yeah, there might be a place in the book that tells you how to build a cohort.
There is. I just don't know how to translate it to this specific character sheet in
Let
Roll20.
me Should be some stuff we have to pick.
Cohort is on page. I think it's on 96. 96. Okay. Cohort is a gang or an expert who works for your crew. Okay. Choose a gang type. So they would be interesting. I didn't know this was going to be like a whole technical session, but I'm having a great time. Adepts, rooks, rovers, skulks, or thugs. So that's adepts are like scholars and tinkerers. Rooks
Okay,
are
what-
like con artists and spies and socialites.
Sorry, what page is this on?
96.
Yeah.
Sorry. Rovers are sailors, carriage drivers, and Deathlands scavengers. Skulks are scouts, infiltrators, and thieves. And thugs are thugs. They're killers, brawlers, and roustabouts.
These are probably thugs.
Yeah, I was thinking as either
Or skulks.
thugs or skulks.
It's up to you guys.
What would be
I mean-
best for... I think having the muscle is probably going to be best for us because that's what we are significantly lacking as a crew.
Hey!
1 out of 4.
Fine.
Yeah, I would say you have more infiltrators than
Or, yeah.
Braun. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
so a gang of thugs.
And if we're going to be trying to get more territory, we're going to need
We're gonna need
people.
some
People
help.
pushing people around. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so a gang of thugs. They have a scale and quality. We rolled for the tier, so they're tier 2.
And
So,
then edges and
quality 2 and scale 2.
flaws.
Okay. Record the type. Oh, that's an expert. So when you create a cohort, give them 1 or 2 edges and an equal number of flaws. So you can have 1 edge and 1 flaw, or 2 edges and 2 flaws, and these will.
I
come
want
in
them to be.
narratively.
This is going to be the exact same as my dog. Hold on.
You make a certain type of friends. So for those
Yeah.
at home, the edges are fearsome, independent, loyal, and tenacious. And the flaws are principled, savage, unreliable, and wild.
I mean, I want them. I know for flaws, I want them to be wild boys. I want
Drunken, debauched, and
these wild,
loudmouth.
nasty boys.
Alright, these are
Nasty.
Balky's
Oh,
wild
which means they're
boys.
gonna talk. So
Yeah.
if we
They're
keep
loud
getting that
mouths.
thing, they're gonna talk.
I think we should go for fearsome and loyal
Okay.
for edges.
So fearsome is your cohort is terrifying in aspect and reputation. Balky's nasty wild boys. And loyal is they cannot be bribed or turned against you.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna actually argue against loyal, given how we, scoop them up from the blue coats and the potential gray cloaks.
But the way that
But they really liked Bron. with
Yeah.
that
the reason
role.
why
They
I'm going
love-
for loyal is like that is the avenue that Bron, because as far as like taking this like more meta and stats, Bron's
Mhm.
command is their
Sure, yeah.
top like social stat. So I think it is sort of like a like
They
I've now-
instantly respected him, and they're like, "I'm gonna follow that guy."
I have now radicalized you. You are now.
Follow me.
We are extreme anti-fascists. Down with the system.
Yep.
That's where we're going with this.
Okay. So then we need one
100%.
more flaw.
Yeah, because you got
Uh,
wild.
I don't like unreliable.
No.
I think unreliable is funny because it's the way it describes it is the cohort isn't always available due to other obligations.
I think principled would be an interesting
They
one.
have
An ethic
a
or
value they won't betray.
maybe certain things that they won't do because they're former blue coats.
So you guys would name that, so it would be an ethic or about like a specific like they have this one ethical line or this one value that they are gonna stick to.
Something about like not hurting innocents or something like that would be.
Yeah, that's our job.
Okay. All right. So they're what are they? They're fearsome and loyal,
Yep.
but also
Yeah.
principled and fucking wild. All right, somebody write those down.
I love Balky's voice already.
And then so
Just
the
wild
tick
ones.
marks
Balky's wild
are the harm that they take because it
Yes.
goes this bet where they only get 4 boxes.
Oh, I think they have 3, and that 4th one is for armor.
Cohort harm. They can suffer 4 levels of harm: weakened, impaired, broken, dead.
Yeah.
And so I've denoted in the notes that they are tier 2 12 members.
Tier
Okay.
2, 12 members. Okay, so you have them on standby. If you want to make them permanent, we'll have to talk about that. And then once they're permanent, you can also use crew upgrades to like add more types to your cohort and things like that. So you can have a group that's like thugs and skulks and
Okay.
stuff. And then to use them, when you send them to do something, you roll their quality, which is their tier, and see how it goes. Or if you are sending a PC to, or so if one of you guys is going to oversee them by doing a group action instead of sending them out on their own, you can roll with command to see how it turns out instead.
So their tier and what we roll with is the little ticks, by the way. I just experimented with it. So if we put 2 ticks up there, that's not for their health, that's for their quality.
Okay.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's
Because if you click that and then you click roll, it'll roll the 2 dice for their
but
2.
that's really weird because if you click on weak or impaired or whatever, it also marks that one.
That's weird, because yeah, if you click roll up here, it's gonna roll the 2 dice.
Yeah, that
also,
is
I
rolling
just rolled
their
double 6s with
quality.
them.
But see, it's saying the 2 dice that it's roll. It's saying that they have 0
It's like
dice.
0. Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. I wrong.
So I don't know. Oh, the quality you change on the right. Or no, there's no. Okay, it's interesting because like on my sheet, I can change the quality of my hunting pet, but it doesn't give a quality thing on the sheet for.
Do we just have to input it as bonus dice?
I mean, you only have to roll 2 dice, so you would just take the highest instead of the lowest and ignore the 0 dice thing. We'll figure out how to use the sheet. I didn't think we were going to get a whole extra gang of 12 people today, so I didn't look into it.
That's real fair. Also,
Unless
I
it's
figured out
based on
something.
our tier. Hold on.
It should be.
Okay, no, I changed it, and that changed it. So it's whatever tier is in the.
Okay, so it's linked to the wrong thing then.
I wonder if it's because you can't technically have a cohort that's.
No, you can.
Oh.
You can, if I say so.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in the book that says you can't. There might be,
Okay.
but that's.
Well, I guess if we need to roll anything with them, we can just temporarily up our tier. To...
I mean, all you're doing is rolling. You can just do the roll and just ignore the thing that says 0 dice. You're still just rolling 2 and taking the higher number. So, unless you change their tier, it won't be an issue.
Cool.
Okay. Wow, that's that.
What are you doing, Jemma?
Way to do a whole thing. Jemma, would you like to do something?
Is somebody knocking on someone's door? Is that just?
I have upstairs neighbors that are the literal worst, so I'm gonna just keep muting myself. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Outpost.
I'm gonna work on my long-term project.
Okay, getting friends.
Making friends.
Okay, what would you like to do this time around? How many ticks do you have on that clock?
2.
Oh, great. How would you like to move that forward?
I am gonna go to gala. No, I'm gonna go to art show, and mingle. You know,
Okay.
get my face out there, get my name out there.
Okay.
I mean, the name that they know me by.
What name do they know you by?
Oh boy,
Could be.
Jewel.
Oh, okay. I like it. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll. Probably. Let's
Sway.
see. Yeah.
Okay. It's a 5.
That is 2 more segments on the clock. I think you're halfway there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you at this point you're starting to get people who I don't know that you would call them friends, but a few people do
No.
actually recognize you, and you know we've got some acquaintances at this point that are sort of remembering you and acknowledging that yes, you are indeed supposed to be here. And
Yes.
it's becoming a thing. That's great. Okay. Pull this up. We should take our break. So, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. I know we're doing a lot of like,
We just did
Little
all the
bit of-
catch up.
yeah, a little
for-
bit of like crunchy stuff
Christmas.
and everything, but I think it's fun. It's fun.
It's the system's equivalent of a shopping episode.
Yeah, kind of. It's a little more
Gemma
crunchy,
wants to
but
go shopping.
You guys can go shopping. We can do that next too. But we're gonna take a quick break, go refresh our drinks and snacks and ourselves, and all that. So stick around. We will be back in just a quick few minutes to do the rest of downtime, and we'll see where we're at. So we will see you soon. And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We are refreshed and ready to have more downtime. It's like taking a little vacation and then being really refreshed, and then what's that? A second vacation? Woohoo! We're doing it again. So, let's do the rest of our downtime activities. Who wants to do one? Let's do it in a while. Alex, you went first. Do you want to go again?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I might just do. I'm debating between some kind of training, because I was looking and I realized like I can't think of when I'm ever going to have a desperate insight roll and get XP there, so that could be a good place to train.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of want to get this heart calm done so that we have that at our disposal.
That's also true. You can spend a coin to do an extra activity if you would like.
Yeah, which I may do, but I think for now I'm gonna prioritize that heart calm
Okay.
and get that. Maybe I'll get a 6 on it, and we'll be all done.
Maybe you'll roll a critical and it'll just be that'll just be it.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll recruit an entire another gang.
I'll have my own R&D department.
You just come back and there's like 12 scientists just on the boat.
Yep.
And he's like, what the fuck?
Well, first I figured that's cloning.
Just 11 other Logans. Oh no.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Okay, so what's the next step then in that project for you?
I mean, I think it's figuring out the dosage with the various test subjects, and then figuring out like, well, okay, if based on previous science that he's done, if it takes this much of this compound in rats, that means it's going to need to be this much in humans, and so yeah, figuring out the application stage, which I mean, I'm assuming this is going to be one of my good skills. So whether it's study, tinker, or wreck, it's dealer's choice.
Yeah, I was gonna call it tinker, and then I was like, well, and then I looked at your sheet, and they're all the same.
Yeah.
We'll call this tinker, because this is sort of creating, modifying, and that's what's used to like make a lot of these things. So if you're like making different versions or changing dosages and things like that, we'll call it tinker. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Same amount of dice.
All right. I'm not gonna change anything because it don't matter. That's the 4.
Okay. So for a long-term project, that's 2 segments.
Okay. Which means I still need 1 more. Is a coin going to be worth it?
Just do this whole long-term project in like a week.
That's so Logan, though.
Yeah. I mean, some of it, he probably started the groundwork with some of this while y'all were out doing the murders.
Yeah.
Um,
This is what we call hyperfixation.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a coin so that we have this at our disposal.
Okay.
Do I even need to? Well, I guess maybe if I get a crit, there will be something better about this. Or
A critical on a long-term project just gives you more segments, but considering
I have one left on this project.
so you can't not complete it. So yeah, just go ahead and roll, and if you get a critical, something magical will happen.
Yeah.
And I'll figure out what that is.
Well, there's a 6, but not a
It
critical.
is 6, so that would be 3 segments on the clock. But yeah, I need the one. So you done? I really thought I was gonna have time to figure out how this was gonna change the making of the poison, but I don't. We're gonna do it right now.
Yeah. And I assume I can't put more segments on a different project clock. It doesn't.
No, it's got to go
spill
towards
over.
this project, unfortunately.
Okay.
So what? Do you still have the page pulled up of the?
I can get to it
Thing you're
very
looking?
quickly.
I gotta bookmark this PDF.
This is 227.
Okay.
Like 226 is all the stuff that already exists, and then 227 has stuff that like this doesn't exist yet, but you could make it.
The special stuff, right? Okay. So.
Actually, it does have some of that stuff. I don't know which one of these, because some of them like I just automatically refill at downtime and stuff, and some it's unclear to me which ones I have to
I
make
will,
each
if
time.
you remind me, because I won't remember. I'll look at it and see what I can find. Okay,
Yeah.
but so how about, because you did roll a 6, we'll say you are able to narrow it down with some time, some free time left over. So if you want, you can take a crack at rolling to try to make it.
Sure. Yeah. And
All
so
right.
that is a tinker roll.
Yeah, so that's a tinker roll, and I'm trying to figure out what the numbers mean, but you do roll tinker. Let's see. There it is, crafting roll. Okay, so 1d for each tinker action dot. You can up the quality 1 per coin spent if you want to spend money on it. Or do you guys? You guys don't have access to this right now, so it doesn't matter. But if you do at some point get the workshop upgrade for the crew, you get a bonus die to any crafting rolls.
Okay.
But that doesn't matter right now. So it would just be a tinker roll unless you want to throw some
No.
coin on it.
I'll hold on to the coin for now.
Okay.
Now, for this one, doesn't matter. Risky, controlled, etc.
No, because the thing that you're rolling for is, again, there's no fail state. You're just rolling for the quality, essentially, of what
Okay.
you're making. And this is another place where your tier is important.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, 2 3s.
2 3s. So that would be your tier -1, which you literally can't do. So these are just base tier. Base. It's not good.
Well, so this alchemical itself starts at tier 4, I guess.
Yeah,
So
so,
does that-
the roll is... Hold on, let me make sure I'm reading this right, because you're right. Should determine the quality level, the base quality level... No, so the base quality level is equal to your crew's tier modified by the results of the roll. Because it indicates the overall quality of the workspace and materials you have access to. Minimum quality level, it must be achieved to craft the item based on the magnitude it produces. This is complicated. It's not complicated, but okay. Okay, yeah, so there's a minimum quality level that you have to get to be able to craft it. The magnitude of the item is a guideline for setting the quality level.
So is that saying, even though I've come up with the formula, I maybe don't actually have the tools to make it yet?
Potentially, yeah, because the role is sort of basing it on like the quality of the stuff you have access to in like your workshop, and since you guys are such a low tier, you don't have access to a lot of stuff. That being said, because you took the time to do the project for this one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it reduces that sum, so you wouldn't have to roll quite as high to be able to make it.
Okay.
So for this one, we tier -1. So I'm gonna say that you make one.
Okay.
Because I think this is more fun than just saying, oh, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You do make 1 dose of heart calm. That put that unreliable tag on it.
Okay. Yep.
And because I think you've probably seen some strange side effects with different combinations that you've done. And this is your first like serious distilled down dose. So
Yep.
just see what happens when you use it.
All right.
But you've got it. I like that. That's fun. There's some fun stuff in here. Okay. Who wants to go next? Should we go in the same order? That would be Barbara.
Yeah, I'm just gonna train.
Okay. What you want to train?
I'm gonna train in insight.
Okay.
So may I ask again if Bron wants to go out? Like, I'm looking to do the survey situation, so maybe he'll go out there with Barbara and do some hunting. Give her
Sure.
some pointers.
Yeah, Bron was probably going to be going out there to do some training anyway at some point, so that works out.
Okay. So you get 2 XP for that track.
Treat.
And do some training. Bron. Do you have some more bullshit?
Yeah. I think I'm just going to be I'll go into my training.
Yeah, do
So,
your training. You'll have done that with Barbara.
Yeah. So Bron is going to actually train. Since we learned we could do this, I'm going to train personal stuff first.
So that's your playbook.
A playbook, because that'll give me enough to advance.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm going to be taking the veteran one, which allows me to take a special ability from another source.
Yes.
What are you doing?
And I'm going to be taking the ghost veil from the lurk.
What does that do?
You may shift partially into the ghost field, becoming shadowy and insubstantial for a few moments. Take 2 stress when you shift, plus 1 stress for each extra feature.
Okay.
And the extra features are: it lasts for a few minutes rather than moments. You're invisible rather than shadowy. You may float through the air like a ghost.
We're gonna have to talk about how you learned how to do this
Well, I have a ghost dog.
at some point. We don't have to do it right now, but
I imagine it's something connected with that. But yeah,
Probably.
we're out in the Deadland stuff. I think that's part of what we can talk about how exactly that happens. But I think that's what Bron is working on out in there. So maybe it's some sort of local flora that Bron sort of imbibes.
He's built up an immunity to iocane powder.
Yeah.
Now he float.
I've just been eating ghost weed.
Yeah.
You all think Barbara and Bron have been training. They've actually been just going out to the ghost
Smoking
lands and
weed.
smoking
Getting
up.
super high.
Just get
They've
super
been
high.
hotboxing and
You get so high one time that Barbara, it looks like Bron has turned into a ghost, but he
ghost.
actually has.
Talk me down. Talk me down. You're a fucking ghost. Talk me down.
Okay.
Bron's like floating up towards the ceiling, like, how did I get up here?
It's not just me. You're floating. You're fucking floating.
This game is supposed to be so like serious and grim. Fucking idiots. We knew it wasn't going to be like that when we started.
No.
Okay, so that's your training.
Yep.
Jemma?
I'm gonna reduce heat.
Okay. What would
They're
you
awesome. I
like?
just typed Ghost Veil in, and it automatically filled out the
That's
entire
a good
thing.
sheet. What would you like to do to reduce
That's
the crew's
dope.
heat?
I think that Gemma's gonna go out on a shopping trip, and as she's spending coin, spread rumors about, like, false rumors about another group committing these atrocities.
Oh, I like
or
that.
that sort of thing.
Okay. Okay. You guys are gonna have to set up a fake group that you keep blaming everything on,
Uh-huh.
which I love. Okay, so you will make an action roll. I assume you want to sway.
Yep.
All right, what you got?
5.
That is 2 heat. Off.
I got it.
Off the sheet. What?
My sheet doesn't. Oh, what?
Someone has moved it into faction mode.
Who did that?
It's me. I'm sorry. I was actually trying to be helpful. We can move the stuff that we have in notes about factions to the faction mode and keep it all there, by the way. Sorry, I'll move it back.
That's cool.
Here,
What's
here.
happening?
Oh,
Sorry. I move it back. I move it back.
It's okay. I was scared.
So you can actually, like, click through all of them.
Oh, you can do that on you guys' sheets too, where it says character.
So if we wanted to
mode.
keep crew stuff on our own personal sheet, we could,
Oh.
but that sounds
Yeah.
a little too complicated, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you
No,
out.
Continue on. Make your
That's
notes. Is anybody gonna do anything extra as far as downtime activities go? Any other extra ones outside of your
Yeah,
two?
I was gonna do one more, spend a coin.
Okay.
I have 6 stress, so I'm gonna train again.
Not gonna
Mm-mm.
try to do something about that.
Nope.
Okay, you can
My
train
goal
again.
is to get trauma in this next mission, so
You can train again. You can only
Would.
train a particular
Okay,
track
RJ.
once per downtime, so you can't do
Yeah.
your advancement track again, but you can
Yeah.
do one of the attributes.
yeah, I'm gonna up my resolve since we added that as an option with our crew stuff.
Okay.
So I'll just increase my resolve by
that.
2. I think part of that is like the practice, the commanding stuff that practice Bron got through. Like, hey, this fucking worked while I was at the bar recruiting these people. So it's been a while since they've actually held a position of power.
Wait, people want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck. No. Ah. What? Me when people want to talk to me.
Bron likes it when people do what they tell them to do.
There you go. I think we all do.
I
Wow.
mean,
Ron, relatable.
I don't know. Some of us prefer to be told what to do.
also
That's fair.
valid.
No one in this crew, though.
None of these characters. All right. Any other extra downtime activities from the list specifically?
Meh.
Okay. Any other bullshit that is not on the list? Barbara's gonna get rid of a ghost.
Yep.
Anything else?
Bron was going to keep an eye on Harper since we
Okay.
had one last time to just make sure that there's no. I know Jemma sort of dealt with that situation a little bit, but Bron doesn't feel comfortable that that might have just resolved itself. But
Okay.
That's it.
Anybody else? Any scenes or anything?
I think so. I think I'm just wondering about going back to what you said before about like we have to tell you when we want to go for turf, because I do think that should be our next move.
I agree.
Okay.
That was going to be my suggestion for our next mission is to go for try to get some turf.
Okay. I've been told. So let's do these 2 scenes, and then if we have time, we can talk about what turf you want to go after, because it's got to come from somewhere. Excellent. Okay. Bron, let's start with you. So you're gonna go after you're having kitten problems.
Yeah, she's screaming at me. She might need to go back to use the bathroom, so I need to maybe run her into the bedroom.
You can go take her in there.
Okay, I'll be right.
It's literally just across the hall. I won't start Barbara's whole scene. We can just sit here for 30 seconds.
Everyone
How's
just
everyone
sit in
doing?
absolute silence, or a check-in.
Everybody doing okay? You doing good?
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
We had a moment of silence. No big deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Now everybody has to go around and say who their moment of silence was for. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. You're not gonna do that. Okay, so
My dignity.
Bron. You want to keep an eye on former blue coat, now gray cloak, Harper.
Yeah, because I know when we talked about it, they were not in their turf when we ran into them, and
Nope.
kind of generally concerned that the Grey Cloaks might be making a move on the docks.
Okay.
But also wanting to make sure that Harper isn't about to get up in our shit.
That's fair. I was trying to pull up the thing on the gray cloaks so I could remind everyone. It is... There we go. So the gray cloaks, as a reminder, are former blue coats who have turned to crime, and anybody who's from this area especially would know this. It started with a specific group of blue coats who claim that they were framed for some pretty terrible things that the blue coats were doing. They were essentially scapegoated, kicked out, and they said, well, fuck you guys, we'll make our own club. And they did. Now they're kind of a place for former blue coats to go, either because they were treated poorly or because they, for whatever personal reasons they have. So they hate the blue coats very much. Their turf is nebulous, but they typically do not hang around the docks. They don't tend to, for the most part, get in deep in other faction territory. They're kind of spread around, so it's not strange that you would see them around, but they don't typically come down this far. Is really where you're at. Most of their turf is up in Six Towers, is kind of where they tend to congregate.
Okay.
Where in Six Towers? Who knows? But that's, you're gonna see them in any sort of like group capacity. That's usually where they're at.
All right. Do I find Harper still in the docks area?
I'm gonna have you roll
Okay.
to find out.
Maybe hunt.
Yeah, hunt works.
All right. 6.
Okay. You. Let me see the map here. You patrol around the docks for a bit, kind of keeping an eye out. And yeah, there is a bar in, excuse me. There's a bar in the docks. It's near to the Razorback. You guys don't tend to spend a lot of time there. What's a good, like, hole in the wall bar name?
The hole in the wall.
Okay. You'll just be on the nose today. You step in, and it is almost quite literally a hole in the wall. It doesn't have a door. It just kind of has a busted out archway in the wall of the building, in the side, in the alleyway. And you step in kind of after a long day of hunting, and at a table, sort of an old rickety table pushed up against the back wall, you see a distinct gray cloak. Two of them, as you see Harper sitting across from a woman you don't recognize.
Okay. Bron tries not to doesn't look at them or make eye contact or anyway. As he comes in, heads over to the bar. He's a normal patron. Gets a drink, and then finds a spot to sit, kind of moving around to the edge of the room until he finds a place to sit or a wall to lean up against. Close enough to sort of listen in on whatever they might be talking about.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that pretty easily. You make your way around and you catch them kind of in the middle of a conversation. A couple of drinks in, there's a couple of empty, sort of clouded glasses sitting on the table. He sort of takes a long sip of whatever beer he's drinking, and he's looking across at this woman, and you hear him saying something like, I just don't know if it's the right move. I've been making my way around for the last couple of days, especially after that shooting or whatever it was, but I just think it's too far out. I don't think it's worth the effort. And she, the woman across from him, sort of nods and thinks for a moment and takes a sip of beer and she says, okay. I mean, that's what we sent you out here for, so trust your judgment. It'd be nice to have, though. They kind of fall silent.
Okay. Bron hangs out and has a drink for a while, waiting for Harper to leave.
Okay.
To follow him.
I figured. They sit for a little bit longer, have a little bit more like idle conversation. I think you probably hear her ask a couple of questions. At one point, it seems like Harper is sort of describing to her like a couple of different locations in the docks that you're vaguely familiar with, like another bar, and then sort of like Ink Row and the tattoo shops and everything. After a bit, they finish their drinks, she sits for a while, and Harper gets up to leave.
Okay. Bron is going to follow Harper, waiting for an opportunity where he is alone, someplace a little out of sight, and try to sneak up behind him.
Okay. You follow Harper for a little bit. He leaves the docks and heads through Crow's Foot, and then almost immediately turns, let's see, this is north, turns east, like he's going to head up in the direction of Charter Hall. But he takes a couple of shortcuts, sort of cuts through a couple of alleyways. And you try to sneak up on him?
Yeah, I was kind of tried to creep up close enough behind so that he can press his pistol to the back of Harper's head.
Okay, I guess this is Prowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prowl. 6.
Okay. Yeah, I think just at the moment where you start to get close to him, at the other end of the alley, a carriage rolls by, over the sort of cracked cobblestones, makes an awful lot of noise. So you take the opportunity to step up behind Harper and I guess put your pistol to the back of his head.
Places the pistol to the back of his head and audibly cocks back the hammer.
He stops.
What are you doing here, turncoat?
He just kind of takes a deep breath. Walking home. What's it to you?
You are a bit outside of your jurisdiction here.
Doskvol is my jurisdiction.
You know that ain't true. You and the other mudcoats. You got your own turf. Docks ain't part of it.
Last time I checked, this wasn't the docks.
Were you sitting nice and pretty and drinking? It was.
It's a crime now to go to a bar.
Depends on what you're talking about in that bar.
What do you want?
What is it you and yours are looking for?
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Kind of presses the gun a little bit firmer to the back of his head, kind of like jarring him forward a little bit, and says, well, I think you best make an effort to remember before I ventilate your skull here.
I'm gonna have to roll for this. Which is probably going to be command.
Sure.
Because it says intimidate or threaten.
Okay. I'm gonna push myself.
Okay.
You do this.
You have so much stress.
I have 8 stress.
It did explicitly say they are trying to get trauma.
I know. Don't know why.
I don't know. It seemed like fun.
Okay.
The therapy bills are coming out of your coin, not the crew's.
Is this risky, controlled, desperate?
I think this is risky.
Okay. Ooh, 2.
Okay. Yeah, you press the gun in a little harder, and he takes a couple of steps forward. And I think the threat is about halfway out of your mouth, and in a gray flash, he turns and grabs your wrist and knocks the pistol out of your hand. It sort of clatters across the cobblestones. You done?
Not by a long shot.
I thought I recognized that voice.
Tell me what you're doing here, Harper.
How are you, Inspector? Been a long time.
Not long enough, apparently.
You want to talk to me face to face like a man?
Nah, not really.
Pick up your pea shooter and get out of here then.
Fine. Fine. Bron turns to grab the gun off the ground and draws the second pistol of his pair of pistols and fires it into Harper's gut.
Okay. What's for shooting?
This is the chaos that I want to have.
That's Hunt, right?
Well, that's
that's
shooting from a distance.
Okay.
This is skirmish?
Would this be ambush with close violence?
Well, you know, it is kind of an ambush.
It'd get tricksy on it.
Are you saying that because that's prowl?
Yeah, and that's much better. I have nothing in skirmish, so if it's skirmish, that's
Skirmish is more like, yeah, assault or hold a position, brawl or wrestle. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this can be prowl.
yeah.
Since you were hiding the second gun.
It's really the from a distance thing that
From a
fucks you over with
Yeah.
this. I'm just gonna have to constantly be backpedaling every time I want to shoot somebody. All right, this feels desperate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Do I take my last 2 stress? No, I'd be out of the scene if I did that. wouldn't
Yes,
I?
that will take you out.
Fuck. Ugh.
Okay.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. You fire. You're very close to him. The bullet clips him in the side. And about the same time, you feel a sharp pain in your shoulder as he has fired back.
Okay.
You're gonna. Literally, this is the first time we've ever done harm.
Yeah. We're just that good, Savvy.
It's just never.
Yeah, I literally don't
I'm
know
up.
how much damage.
So under consequences, you are going to take. Oh boy. Okay. There's the examples. Okay. I'm gonna. This is. Okay. Sounds serious. This is moderate. So this is 2. This is level 2 harm.
Okay.
So you're gonna fill in one of those boxes with, shot.
I filled in all 4 boxes. There we go. Oh wait, no, that's the progress crock for healing. Okay, I see. So one of the bottom ones, shot. Got it.
Nope. 2.
Oh, bottom 2 boxes.
No, level 2.
Oh.
Where the 2 is. This is level 2 harm.
Oh, I see.
You have 2 boxes in each of them.
Yes, you have 2 level 1 boxes.
I literally couldn't see the line.
Yeah, so the way that works is there's 2 level 1 boxes, 2 level 2 boxes, and a level 3 box. You could take different levels of harm. They're lesser, moderate, severe. Level 4 is fatal. If you go to fill in a box, like if you had both of your level 2 boxes filled in and you took level 2 harm, you would then take level 3 harm instead.
Okay, gotcha. And I
that's how this
assume
works.
I can't burn my armor As part of
Boy, how does armor work?
it's part of your load, and I don't know if I even have a load right now. Because we're between missions.
Except as a consequence you don't like, you could choose to resist. That's not this. If you have a type of armor that applies to a situation, you can mark an armor box to reduce or avoid a consequence instead of roll in to resist. Would you be wearing your armor?
Probably not. I'll just go with that.
No? Okay. Yeah, so that's when an armor box is marked, it can't be used again until it's restored. It's all restored when you choose your load for the next score.
Okay.
Okay, so, yep, you are gonna take that level 2 harm as you hear the gunshot and you feel this horrible pain sort of in your shoulder as a bullet grazes your collarbone and embeds itself in your left shoulder. What do you do?
Bron, like,
What you do is put on the dramatic music.
yeah, Bron like curses and lets out a low whistle, sicking Helsing on.
Okay. You have to roll for telling him to do something? You have to command him?
No, I've literally never done this before. I think so, but I'm not sure.
It should be...
He also has, Helsing also has, like, the same thing as the crew stuff, or the cohort.
Okay, so he functions as a cohort?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can either... Yeah, so you would roll to command him, since you're telling him what to do, and the command is
Okay.
how good he does.
If I take my last 2 stress, it immediately puts me out of the scene.
I think so. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure. He's not prepared for this today.
Surprise.
Surprise! Yep, when you mark your last stress box, you suffer a level of trauma. Take a trauma condition, and when you suffer trauma, you're taken out of action.
Okay.
You're left for dead or otherwise dropped out of the current conflict, only to come back later shaken and drained.
But I assume I get through the action, because otherwise, like, I don't know how I would mark the last stress box. Like,
Yeah, you get through that last action, and then you get taken out somehow.
Okay.
Narratively.
Okay. This feels like a good time to do it. I won't do it just yet, though. I'll just command. With my 1 die, we'll see. Hopefully I roll better.
Yep.
It's desperate again.
No, this is desperate.
Okay. And I assume he's not supernatural, because I do get potency for that. But
He's not supernatural.
Okay. Fuck, that's a 2 again.
Okay.
I lost all my good dice.
Bron's gonna be dead in an alley somewhere. We're not gonna know.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's a failure. So mark your XP for your desperate action. But you command Helsing to go after him, but...
Oh, I should have had 1 less die, though, too, right? I totally forgot that. Since I'm shot, I'm -1 die.
Oh, you are, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, see, you would have rolled 2 dice and taken the
I'd
lower
take the
one.
lowest. Yeah, I just need to...
You couldn't have rolled any worse.
Yeah.
Still would have been a failure. Yeah, you command Helsing, and you hear a snarling as Helsing appears next to you and leaps for Harper, who spins out of the way, and Helsing kind of goes... He doesn't really make any sound because he's ghostly, but he kind of skids across the cobblestone, going tumbling before sort of disappearing again into the mist. as Harper turns on you and fires again. I'm gonna have you roll to resist.
Okay.
Which is go up. Go up, go up. So you can try to resist with this is prowess.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll your prowess.
All right. Minus a die. That's a 6. Oh, no.
You would have had 0, so you take the lowest. Because you only have 1 in prowess.
Oh, okay.
That's -1.
Oh, it's
for
the number of
prowess.
like the total skills you have. Got it. All right. So I took a 4.
Okay, so that's partial success. So I'm gonna give you the option here. He is sort of bearing down on you, getting ready to fire again. You can take some more harm, or you can mark a stress to try to get out of the way.
1 stress.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. So mark the stress, and he's sort of bearing down on you, but Helsing has given you enough time to roll out of the way, so he fires, and the bullet sort of hits the cobblestones near you. And he stops, sort of stops where he's standing, kind of squares up, and points the gun basically down in your face, and kind of cocks his head. You really want to do this?
I imagine Bron is lying there also with the pistol, with his pistol drawn,
Yeah.
pointing it back. Are you sure you want to do this?
Where I'm standing right now? Yeah. One chance.
I so want to take this shot.
It's up to you.
I think Bron just says, fuck it, and kicks his foot up at him as he takes his shot. Like, kicks up at his arm to try to throw off his aim and tries to fire, shoot him point blank.
Okay, this is skirmish.
See, this is just Val's fast track to becoming like a husk or like
I
a
guess.
vampire. That's all this
Trying to
is.
be a vampire? Skirmish.
I got 0 dice in this. I'm gonna mark my last stress to get at least 1 die.
Okay.
Was that counteracted by your -1 die from your harm?
Oh yeah, I guess I couldn't get any worse on that because I'm gonna be -1 dice anyway. So I'm at 0 dice either way.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. And click, please.
Even roll 20's like, no, dude.
Roll 20's
Oh,
like,
No.
no.
It's a 4.
Okay, that's a partial. So I'm gonna say you rear back and you kick at the Harper's arm that has a gun in it. He holds onto it, but is thrown off balance as you fire, striking him sort of in the other side, and he doubles over. He is not dead, but you have maybe a couple of seconds before he regains his footing.
I gotta kill him. I gotta kill him or else he's gonna tell people. I see you yelling. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to finish the job.
Okay. Try to finish the fight.
Can I scramble back onto my feet and try to shoot him again?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this still gonna be skirmish?
Yeah.
Well, if you survive, I think you might have leveled up again with all the desperate actions you're taking today. So there is that.
How far do I have to run before it's not skirmish anymore?
That's for like sniping.
Yeah. If that's my only option, then I don't think I'm gonna roll that. I think Bron's just gonna run because I'm just not gonna be able to do it with skirmish. There's like no way. So
It's not built for close combat.
yeah.
You gonna run?
Okay. Yeah, I guess Bron runs.
Okay. Bron, you take the opportunity and you turn and bolt. With a bullet in your shoulder.
So now you can double back, get up on a
Yeah.
rooftop, and just drag him home.
Go back. I climb on a rooftop. I wait for him to leave the alleyway. And, no, I'll just go.
It's a good thing Logan can do physical stuff. I have that upgrade, so if you make it
Tinker
home, I
with
can
your
fix you up.
blood.
Mad. I had him. That fucker.
Well, we know what our next assignment is.
Things in this game tend to go a little bit better when you play them first.
I totally planned that.
Or have backup. Bring anybody.
So Bron comes back. Scuffed and dirty. And bleeding.
What the fuck?
Just like
Oh, for a
pushes in through the front, through the door. Immediately heads to the galley to grab a bottle of bourbon or whiskey, and then slumps in a chair in the corner, like pulls down their jacket and starts like pours it over the wound, and then takes a big swig as well.
Jemma stands up quickly, like posts on the door, like look out. Were you followed?
I was a bit distracted, but I don't think so.
Well, what the fuck happened?
Lost a bet.
Logan, allons-y.
What? I know we just got a lot of money, but still, we cannot afford to be bleeding all over the furniture. And also, yes, I have better alcohol for that. Like, sees Bron taking the swig. Well, not for that, but ducks back into his lab, comes out with like a sterilized kit and stuff, and will start tending to the wounds.
Sorry.
Okay.
Up on your turf, Doc.
Oh boy.
Are you
so
about
this
to
is-
become the Doc?
this
Is that
is
what
Tinker
everyone's
for
gonna
you
call you
guys?
now, Logan?
The Doc.
Maybe.
The Doc?
Well, so the ability is you can tinker with bones, blood, and bodily humors to treat wounds or stabilize the dying. You may study a malady or corpse. Everyone in your crew gets +1 dice to their healing treatment rolls. So I guess I can do a tinker now to help things, and then later, when Bron does the healing roll, he'll get a bonus to it.
That is what it sounds like to me. Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so that's hard.
All right. So, tinker, what position is this?
I mean, Bron's not gonna die. He's not in like
Mhm.
mortal danger.
I'm never gonna die.
And you're at. Oh, I think this is a controlled
Okay.
situation.
All right. Well, I rolled a 2.
Is that my last stress? Do I take my last stress now?
Do you want it? Is that what you want?
I mean, kind of, but it's also fine. I can wait and do that. I'm just sitting on the edge right now.
I don't
I don't know what the rules are for this.
This is... Okay, let me look at the movie again.
I have very calming music going on right now, and I'm not sure like if it's helping or hurting my panic in this situation.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Treat wounds, stabilize the dying.
I was gonna go summon and punch a ghost. Like, I thought I was gonna be the reckless one today.
Yeah.
Maybe Barbara will learn to take a friend.
I didn't
I
think
need
this
to
was going to be a
learn-
big deal. Okay, you can tinker with bones, blood, moral, humorous treat.
Oh,
Study
okay.
them out of your corpse. Everyone in your crew. I think everybody just gets an extra die when they roll.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what it says in the book for this ability.
Okay.
Knowledge of anatomy and healing is a rare and esoteric thing in Doskvol. Without this ability, any attempts at treatment are likely to fail or make things worse. You can use this ability to give first aid, rolling tinker, to allow your patient to ignore a harm penalty for an hour or two. So
Okay.
it sounds like maybe that just doesn't happen, and this isn't going to get
Yeah.
better until we can do the actual healing roll.
Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. So it's kind of like it lets you do sort of like battlefield first aid until you have the option to then recover, which you do during downtime.
Yep.
Which we're done with now.
Yes. So for recovery, during downtime, you treat it like a long-term project. So this says you can visit a physiker who can stitch your wounds and soothe your mind with anatomical science, or a witch who specializes in healing charms and restorative alchemy. If you don't have a contact or a fellow PC, you can provide treatment and you can use acquire asset, but you do. Because Logan has physiker. So whoever's doing the healing would roll. In this case, Logan would roll Tinker. And then based on the roll, you mark a number of segments on your healing clock.
Okay.
Once the clock is full, you reduce every instance of harm on your sheet by 1 level, and then you empty the clock out. So that's why harm in this game is a bitch.
So should I do another tinker roll now, or is Bron going to have this harm until next downtime?
Well, this is something you would have to use downtime activity for. So
Gotcha.
technically we're still in downtime, so you can spend the coin or the rep to do it now, or you can do it next downtime.
Wait, maybe we should use rep, because we're pretty full and we're not going to be able to tier up, and like there was...
It's up to you. I can also spend the coin, but I'm fine either way.
Yeah. I guess I'm just worried about... Because I don't think I fully understand what happens if we fill up the rep bar, but we can't afford to tier up.
I think it just sits at 12 then, doesn't it?
Yes, it just sits
Down
at
on
12.
rep.
You don't gain any more rep until you do something with it.
So maybe we should spend the rep then, because that way we're not losing out on rep after our next mission.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to a point where we
Do it.
Okay. So I will roll a tinker once again.
Okay.
Do you want to spend your last stress point to give me a bonus die?
Yes.
I'll give you a bonus.
Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
no,
I'm gonna
no.
spend the last stress. Because if I don't, I'm gonna go out like in the first roll of the next of our next job.
This is the
Yeah.
most controlled environment, I guess.
It's the most
to get
controlled
trauma.
environment for me to go out right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So, but I'm getting 2 bonus die from 2 friends helping out here.
I assume that's a thing you can do. I don't actually know. I don't know any of the rules we're using today.
That's what today is. It's a learning
Today
session.
is learning day.
100%.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold on.
Knowledge is power.
Stress. Nope, that's stash. That doesn't help me. Stress. Okay. No. this is a... Oh, you know what? This might be under group actions, actually.
Also, I'm looking at all
Do
the
not
different
know.
all the different trauma conditions, and one of these things is not like the others. One of them is soft compared to like cold, haunted, obsessed, paranoid,
Gone
reckless,
soft.
and stable, vicious. I'm thinking of soft and like, oh, I'm so soft, like
Just a
seeing
squish.
such a wholesome, heartwarming thing.
Okay, so I don't... Freaking, I can't find the thing for helping.
I was just looking at earlier.
Yeah, I know I was just looking at it and I can't... I don't remember what it was under. Is it... Oh, you know what? It's under assist, I think. Teamwork, there it is. When you assist another player...
teamwork.
Only one character may assist on a roll.
Okay.
Now we know. Woo.
I'm an assist.
All right. So 1 bonus die.
Okay.
That's a 4.
Okay. So that is gonna get back to the page. Oh my god, we're doing so much. Okay. So we're under recover. Yes, recover. Mostly it's me trying to remember the terminology. Okay. So that's a 4. Mark a number of segments on your healing clock. 4 to 5 is 2.
Okay, so mark.
So mark 2 segments on the healing clock.
Okay. And Bron is fully stressed out.
Fully stressed. Okay. Let me go to trauma.
There's probably some cauterizing involved.
Yeah,
Or
Bron,
no.
I don't think you're awake for a lot of this.
Yeah.
Or-
I've got the page here.
Actually, no,
Alright.
because I don't think Logan would be the kind of chop shop doc to do cauterizing. I think what he does instead is just like goes into his lab, pulls out a vial that you can see like a swirling gas in it, and it's just like, here, smell this, and like has his full like gas mask on, and so it doesn't tell you what it is, but it will just knock you out.
Okay.
You're unconscious for most of it. I know that. Okay. You suffer a level of trauma. So you take one of the trauma conditions.
Okay.
Cold, reckless, unstable. Okay, cold, haunted, obsessed, paranoid, reckless, soft, unstable, or vicious. Val, these are on 14 in the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna decide which one I'm gonna take.
Okay. You're taken out of action. You're dropped out of this. Not a conflict, so you're not completely taken out of the scene, but you're unconscious for a while. So you clear your stress, and for your next downtime, your vice is already satisfied.
Okay.
So you're not required to do that until the next downtime.
Okay.
Trauma conditions are permanent.
Mhm.
You acquire the new personality quirk indicated by the condition. You can earn XP by using your trauma condition to cause trouble.
Mhm.
And when you mark your 4th trauma condition, you must either retire your character or send them to prison to take the fall for your crew's wanted level. So at
Buddy,
4,
you gotta
at
go
4 conditions,
obsessed.
you're out.
You're obsessed with Harper now. You've got to end him.
That is one option I was thinking.
So I don't think we're gonna get to the ghosts today.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, it's okay.
Hashtag keep Barbara haunted.
Yeah, Alex has been very motivated to keep Barbara haunted for reasons that are completely inscrutable to me, but I do love it a lot.
Why?
He just
Is it
said
just because
hashtag
it's
keep Barbara
fun?
haunted in the
Is
chat.
it like...
Yeah.
That's
You
enough
just
of a
have
reason.
a ghost friend hanging around.
They're not a friend, though!
Well, Logan's gonna want to have a chat with them to learn more about
Your
the
definition and my
afterlife.
definition of friends are very varied here.
What this does do is give us a week to let Sid figure out who she wants to be involved in the ghost shenanigans, which is good.
Oh, it's probably not an option. I'll see you. I'll see you in 2 sessions, everyone.
No, you'll be there for the next session. You're just out for the moment. Did you decide what condition you're gonna take?
I think I am gonna go with obsessed. That'll be the most
Okay.
narratively interesting.
Obsessed is you're enthralled by one thing, an activity, a person, an ideology.
I assume
etc.
that if the one thing I'm obsessed with, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like one target of my obsession. It's like at some point I am obsessed with something, given what other circumstances we're on. Like I'm obsessed with that thing. Like it's not like once we deal
It's
with
up to you.
horror,
It's
that-
because what it's doing is just giving you this extra like personality quirk to cause trouble with. So it's up to you how you want to
yeah.
do it.
Because I could go with reckless, but I don't see how that would change anything. So
But yeah. So if you play them strongly up to allowing a trauma condition to complicate your character's life, you do get XP. So.
yay.
Okay. Well, I think that's gonna be where we end it today. A strange session full of learning rules and deciding things for the crew and also getting shot a little bit. I can't believe the first harm you guys took was during fucking downtime. This is the time you're actively not supposed to be getting shot. Good grief. Okay. I hope you're happy with
I hope
the
you're happy.
course of your actions.
I hope
I
you're
woke
happy
up today
now.
and chose violence.
Yeah.
But against yourself,
I was
which
so unprepared for all of this. I'm so sorry.
who could have been prepared for all of this?
Well, we learned a lot of new rules.
We
If it helps,
did.
I wasn't prepared for any of this either.
Good. Great. Let's do advancement. Okay. We make a desperate roll. You marked those at the end of the session. Okay, so playbook specific XP trigger. Whatever that is for your specific playbook. And as a reminder, XP is 1 if it happened at all, 2 if it happened a lot. Doesn't matter if you were successful, you just have to have tried.
Addressed a situation with violence.
Yeah.
I think
Or
so.
coercion. Yeah.
Technical skill, the
Yeah.
research, and then having to patch up
Yeah,
Bron.
absolutely.
So I guess
Lying to people.
Yeah.
I upped my prowess, so I'm gonna take 1 in skirmish.
Okay. Nice. Learning from other people's mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Not fucking with the demon again.
Yeah.
I just re-upped insight, so I might. I don't know if I want to do another one in survey or if I maybe want to take something in hunt. I'll decide. But yes, I upped it, so
Okay.
it's full.
Yeah, everybody's beliefs always come out when we're talking about the demon.
Yep.
Even if that belief is, I don't really give a shit. You struggled with the issue from your vice or trauma. Getting the trauma doesn't count.
The next time.
Mark XP for this or your vice. Nobody indulged this time. Trauma condition caused you trouble. Okay. That's those. Let's do the crew. So the crew specific XP trigger is something about doing murders. Execute a successful accident, disappearance, murder, or ransom operation. Almost.
yeah. It was almost a murder.
There was almost a murder. Not quite. What's next? Contend with challenges above your current station.
Probably.
A couple of you are doing this right now. I mean, Jemma's long-term project is this. So. And then I'm going to call the Grey Cloaks above your current station. So it's 2 XP for that one. Because you're all insane. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Review your crew's reputation. Did you do anything to promote it? Or did you develop a new one?
Making friends with a crew of 12 wild boys. Does that count toward our ambitious reputation?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Dealing with big baddies above our station?
Absolutely. I would mark an XP for that.
That's
Also-
3 XP.
Yeah, getting our heat down by talking us up.
Yeah.
My god. And then immediately getting more heat on us.
Yeah. So I'll do 2 for that one. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. Did anything happen that highlighted the specific elements that make this crew unique?
Nobody trusts Jemma with money, which is like, you know.
That was really funny. Yeah?
Bron's a lone wolf who will go off on their own to kill people.
I was waiting for someone to say it. Also, yeah.
Meanwhile, Logan and Barbara are just trying to do stuff to help out the crew.
Just doing their best. Yep, I get 2 XP for that as well.
So I think that's 6 XP total?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
There's a lot. Listen, I feel like you guys did a lot today. Even if it didn't feel like it, I feel like a lot was accomplished. Okay. That's that. One more thing. You guys got a reputation with the Grey Cloaks?
We do. It's a -1.
No, it's -2.
Okay.
I've made our reputation so bad today.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it's minus.
Now it's -2.
It's -2.
Listen, RJ's not in this game, and sometimes
So we just need to have some RJ representation? Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
So I'm gonna have to pull up the status levels because -2 is pretty bad.
Well, I was trying something.
Hostile. This faction will look for opportunities to hurt you as long as it doesn't create serious problems for them. They expect you to do the same. And take precautions against you.
So I take that as a positive.
So they have gone from interfering to hostile.
That's gonna be swell because they're just kind of all over the city. We can't just avoid them.
It's gonna be fun. Yay! See, this is the drama. Now we're getting into the drama. Alright, let me close out of that. Okay. Right on time. That's gonna be it for us today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I know the whole thing wasn't an action-packed session, but I'd still had a good time. We accomplished a lot, and Bron got shot, and Jemma made some new friends, and Logan invented a new poison. It's kind of a poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Barbara,
Investigated a hagfish.
yeah, investigated I almost forgot about the fucking scary fish. Wow, you guys are really moving up in the world. I'm very proud of you. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Happy to be back and happy to have you here with us. You can find our schedule down below our faces on our drop page on Twitch. You can also find it on our Discord and our Twitter. Our next live stream after this is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Dungeons and Dragons in Strixhaven. It's going to be a fun time. We will be back for another episode of Doskvol's Dead in 1 week. Does anybody have anything they want to plug in the meantime?
most of us are gonna be on the internet again in a couple hours.
Yeah.
On LB's channel.
Yeah, join us at 8:30 Eastern Time on twitch.tv/LBHack'emUp for Playthings of the Gods. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's gonna be a good time. We're also getting back to that after a couple weeks, so very excited. Yeah. Anything else?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
No, you.
All right. Well, on that beautiful note, we will see everybody 1 week from today for another episode of Duskwall's Dead. But until then, good game and good night, Internet.